Hey, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I hereby call this meeting to order. To formally open our meeting, may I request Engineer Manuel Tabinga to lead us in a short prayer.
Tayo po'y manalangin. Panginoon, pinupuri ka namin pinasalamatan sa oras na ito, sa oras sa pagkakalaw ng magandang pagsugan sa bawat isang narin ito. Pinasasalamatan din po namin ang lahat po ng mga biyaya at pagpapala na pinagkatulob niyo sa amin sa pangaraw-araw namin pamumuhay. Sa mga oras na ito, tinataas po namin ang aming gawain. Kayo po ang manguna. At pangunahan niyo kami, Lord, na sinasagawa po namin ito ng maayon po sa inyong kalooban. Iniligdig po namin ng pagpapatawad sa lahat po ng mga pagkukulang, pagkakasala na nagagawa namin muli. Pinabalik namin ng papurihan sa ngalan ni Jesus, ating tagapagligtas. Amen.
Thank you, Engineer Tabinga. This time, may I request our OIC Procurement Staff Head, Engineer Julius Nkakacha, for the roll call and the reading of agenda for today's pre-bid conference. May attendance po tayo.
It's new attendance natin.
Okay, thank you, Chairman, and good afternoon, everybody. Our attendance for today's pre-bid conference from BAC member, our Chairman, Edwin Gapad, present. Engineer Manuel Tabinga, BAC member, present. Engineer Eugenio Arcaton, present. Ms. Annabel Dison,
Present.
from BAC Secretariat, yours truly. And our agenda for today's pre-bid conference is for the 25 GEF 0081, supply and delivery of communication and network equipment, ICT equipment for structured cabling of quality assurance building with installation and configuration at DPWH Palawan 2nd District Engineering Office, Nara, Palawan. The BAC will discuss the basic contract data, the requirements of bidding documents, the documents to be submitted by the bidders, including technical and financial proposals, the criteria and procedure for the preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification and award, questions and comments from bidders and replies of BAC and other representatives of procuring entity, and the summary of proceedings, including bid bulletins to be issued. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Engineer Garacha. And for the discussion of the basic contract data, requirements of bidding documents, and documents to be submitted by the bidders, may I give the floor to one of our BAC members, Ma'am Annabel Dison. Wala. Ito yan, no? Sige lang.
Okay, Chairman.
Formal lang.
The basic contract data to be bid for contract ID 25 GF 0081. The contract name of supply and delivery of communication and network equipment for ICT equipment for structured cabling of quality assurance building with installation and configuration at DPWH 2nd District Engineering Office.
Yeah, Mike.
Contract location, Nara, Palawan. Brief description, supply and delivery of communication network equipment for structured cabling. Approved budget for the contract, 4,881,610 pesos. Source of fund, RA 12116 DEA FY 2025 extended. The contract duration is 90 calendar days and the cost of bidding documents is 5,000 pesos. The Department of Public Works and Highways, Palawan District Engineering Office, now invites bids for the following contract. For contract ID 25 GF 0081. Delivery of the goods is required 2, within the contract duration. And bidders should have completed contracts similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2, Instruction to Bidders. Bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedure using a non-discretionary pass or fail criterion as specified in the IRR of RA number 12009. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorship, partnerships, or organizations with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines and to citizens or organizations of a country, the laws or regulations of which grant similar rights or privileges to Filipino citizens, pursuant to RA number 5183. Interested bidders may obtain further information from Department of Public Works and Highways, Palawan 2nd District Engineering Office, and inspect the bidding documents at BAC Procurement Unit Office from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on June 3 to 22, 2026 from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. June 23, 2026 until 10 a.m. at the Procurement Unit Office, Back Building, DPWH Palawan 2nd District Engineering Office, Nara, Palawan. Upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 5,000 pesos. It may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System or PDES and at the website of the procuring entity, provided that the bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. Bids must be duly received by the Bids and Award Committee Secretariat through manual submission of the office address and of the office address on or before June 23, 2026, 10 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of acceptable forms and in the amount stated in ITB Clause 16.1. Bid opening shall be on June 23, 2026, 10 a.m. at DPWH Building, 2nd floor, back room, Nara, Palawan, and simultaneously through live streaming on www.youtube.gov at dpwh.palawan 2 DEO. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. As part of eligibility and technical documentary requirements, bidders are required to submit the following: a duly signed omnibus sworn statement in accordance with the form prescribed in the bidding documents, latest general information sheet reflecting the beneficial ownership information duly received by the Securities and Exchange Commission for corporations. All original notarized special power of attorney, original notarized secretary certificate documents must be specific to the project being bid. The SPA must be submitted by the authorized representative accompanied by any two valid government-issued ID of the representative. Submissions without the original notarized special attorney, power of attorney, original notarized secretary certificate, and proper identification will not be accepted. In adherence of the department's policies, please be reminded of the strict implementation of Department Order Number 28/2024, 3 strike policy in the procurement of infrastructures, goods, and consulting services contracts. In the event of any discrepancy between the original bid proposal, copy 1 and copy 2, the original bid proposal shall prevail. Interested bidders are required to provide an official email address for all bid-related notices. Any messages sent to the address will be deemed duly acknowledged upon transmission. Be advised that we are currently in the transitory period. Accordingly, in the event that any provision of RA 12009 is unclear, the provision of RA 9184 shall prevail. The Department of Public Works and Highways, Palawan, Second District Engineering Office reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA number 12009, without hereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. For further information, please refer to our OIC Head Procurement Staff, Back Secretariat, DPWH Palawan, Second DEO, Nara, Palawan. Our email address, Palawan Second Procurement at gmail.com. You may visit the following and you may also visit the following websites for downloading of bidding documents: www.philhealth.gov.ph or www.dpwh.gov.ph. And that's all, Chairman.
Thank you, Ma'am Annabel Dizon. And for the criteria and procedure for preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification and award, may I give the floor to one of our back Vice Chairman, Engineer Eugenio Arcaton.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, back members, technical working group, and back secretariat members. To begin with, the standard sequential procurement process for goods follows 5 distinct phases: the eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation, post-qualification, and award. For the eligibility check, the criteria, prospective bidders must meet specific legal, technical, and financial requirements defined in the bidding documents. The procedure, the Bids and Awards Committee reviews submitted documents using a strict non-discretionary pass-fail criterion. Any missing or incomplete document results in an outright fail or disqualifying the bidder from the next steps. For the preliminary examination of bids, the criteria, the back checks for the presence and completeness of both the technical and financial components of the bid against the required checklist. The procedure, bids are opened publicly. The back verifies that all required documents are enclosed, similar to the eligibility check. This is done via a pass-fail system. Bidders who pass proceed to the evaluation stage. For the detailed evaluation of bids, the criteria, evaluation of shifts to verifying the financial and technical details of the bid to determine the lowest calculated bid, LCB. The procedure, the back checks the mathematical accuracy of the financial proposal, verifies technical specification compliance, and identifies any major deviations or reservations. The bid with the lowest total calculated price becomes the LCB. For the post-qualification, the criteria, this phase verifies, validates, and ascertains all the statements made and documents submitted by the bidder with the LCB. The procedure, the back conducts a thorough review, which may include contacting client references, checking past performance, and authenticating licenses. If the LCB passes all validation tests, they are declared the lowest calculated and responsive bid, LCRB. If they fail, the back notifies them in writing and proceeds to post-qualify the next lowest bid. For the award of contract, the criteria, the contract is awarded to the bidder who submitted the LCRB. The procedure, the back formally recommends the award to the head of the procuring entity who, upon the approval, the notice of award is issued. The winning bidder must then post a performance security, sign the contract, and receive the notice to proceed. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Engineer Gaton. Let's proceed with the agenda number 5, the question, comments from bidders and replies. Back another representative of procuring entity. Sir Richard, are there any inquiry from our online viewers? Wala na yung bidders kanina na malis na. Okay. So yun sana ito sa tabling sana yung kanya. Na ano mo naman yung iba. Kung may tanong siya. Okay. So if there's none, let's proceed with the number 6 agenda, the summary of proceeding, including bid bulletin to be issued. Meron pa tayong bid bulletin dito, Sir Abe? Para
Wala naman, pero ka naman.
So, okay. Kung wala, any other concern? Meron tayong bid bulletin?
Ano siguro? Pero hindi ko naman sa hapon, di ba?
Sa specs. So, na-post na ba yun? Na-post na? Nasaan na kaya yun? So,
Yung date, 23 kasi.
so please, all viewers who want to, or all suppliers who want to join or submit your proposal on 20 contract ID 25GF0081. Please be advised that there is an issued supplemental bid bulletin with regards to technical specifications. So kindly review your PLJEPs pa yan, sa PLJEPs. Kindly download it to our PLJEPs and our DPWH website for your information. So any other concern from the members of the back? So hearing none, the chairs declares this pre-bid conference adjourned. Thank you and good afternoon.